Started a new session. Strength of field of 2,666. 26 connected. 15.6 left. Practice is over. Checkered flag. We've clarage on track. Go, go, go.
Morning, Dad. It took me a couple extra seconds to get into the session. Not really sure what was going on. The system spit me out and I had to restart it. Let's see what we can do in qualify.
It takes it is clear. All right, Glenn. We've got 2 laps to get the job done. The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 21 Celsius.
Green flag.
Screwed up that section.
E7. You've got 1 gallon left.
Screwed up that entry. Better. A little bit wide.
9 here. We might snatch P8 here. Checkered flag for qual.
All right, so we fall into 13. That's okay. Looks like we attracted 38 for the session. I'm car number 26, and so far I've graded 14th. Okay, so respectable, but given how much I've struggled and how little I've practiced this week, I'm okay with that for now. If I can keep it clean, rely on a little bit of attrition to move forward in the group. Minute and a half left in qualifying if everybody stays out for the full length. Togo up there with a 140.7. Oh, Jim just pipped him, 140.6. Very impressive. That's, what is that, a second and a half? Faster than me. All right, and going down the list. Ove, Seb, Gwen. Gwen's been fast this week. Good to see. She's qualified 5th so far. Mick, did a rush job putting the rig back together this morning. He spent a week bicycling in the Netherlands, I think, and he's back briefly before he heads out on the ride for real. He's currently qualified in 6th. John, Ben, Laust, Jorge, Richard, David, Gary, Bill, me. Okay. Jeff Saunders has been quick recently, just behind me. I'm down to 15th. Okay, not stellar. Hopefully adequate. Definitely focused a little bit on the championship. Got a good lead in Formula 2. Hoping for a decent result to just keep that on track. And I've got the race set active.
That's the end of the session. 15th place.
Not as good as I'd hoped, but not far out of 10th.
Remember to change your setup.
Nice lap, Jim. Thanks, John.
1 minute 44 seconds left.
Okay, Dad, good morning. Just as a quick recap, we're at Silverstone this morning.
Good luck, all.
The historic layout, the historic GP layout.
You too, mate. Good luck, everyone.
38 drivers. I'm driver 26, and I graded
Good luck.
15th.
"59 seconds left now.
Always fun when the grid starts on a corner. 30 seconds left in gridding if we go the full time.
29 seconds remaining.
I think the game will start the light sequence earlier if everybody grids before the period.
15 seconds left now. 9 seconds. 5 seconds. Get ready to go.
Is 21. The air temp is 20 Celsius. B15, 20 laps. Okay, Glenn, be ready.
Green.
Go.
P13 in class.
Sorry, Ben.
That was a little bit wider than his right.
B13.
Your class position 11 now.
That was close. I almost got Bill.
On your left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Oh, no, 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 no. Damn it.
There's 10 closing in. Class position 22 currently.
Oh, and the car's bent.
Meet Vol. The car
Car on
needs
the
fixing. Your class position 30.
Oh,
You 3 back on track.
that was...
Go now.
I can't believe I did that.
1 approaching. Go, go, go.
I got busy fighting
Class
Gary.
position 35 currently.
Well, that sucks. Probably gonna be better off just towing. Ah! Piss me off. Gotta be mentally stronger than that. I let Gary's challenge get to me. Completely missed that left and then didn't catch the slide. Well, that's not going to be good for the championships. Ah. Stupid own unforced errors. Before that, I was feeling pretty good. And I definitely made the damage a lot worse by trying to drive away or drive back to the pits. Let's see what the
16
damage
minutes
is.
repairs left.
Ah! 16 minutes. Alright. Fuck! Well, I'm going to go take a break. I will stay in the race. It's worth sitting around and maybe maintaining some points. That is very frustrating. Alright. I'm going to be back. Sorry, Dad. Not great viewing. Not great driving on my part either. Not very fun, I guess. All right, I'll be back in a little while. Painful. All right. Out of curiosity and maybe... Oh, sorry. Sorry, Lotus. I didn't know you were there. I think I just banged the cat. She got interested in what I was doing with the throttle control over here and I think was leaning in to take a look. Banged her in the chops. All right. So what's going on with my cable here? All right. Well, let's go take a look. Ooh.
Careful.
Everything's good. A little bit of attrition here. I was moving forward. I don't know what position I was in, but maybe gained a couple. Almost got Bill here. It was much closer than I expected it. which concertinaed me with, this is Gary Quellen's view. I'm the red helmet just ahead. He got a better exit, no doubt. I'm the red helmet on the right. So I held him off. Decent corner entry. Respectable anyway. Retained the position, but then let's take a look at this. Basically just kind of overdrove the corner and missed it and then didn't catch the slide. Fuck.
Weather change. Track temp dropped off to 70.0 degrees Fahrenheit in the last 12 minutes.
So I'm the red helmet, 2 forward. God. Can't believe I did that. Rookie mistake. And if I'm honest, I have to assume that Gary's little bit of challenge there threw me off my game. I don't know, looking at the wrong things, overdriving. Tires, what is this, second lap? Tires aren't completely up to temperature yet. And I could have bailed out much sooner than I did and locked up the brakes maybe and kept it out of the wall. I don't know. God. But then I definitely doubled down and probably would have had an 8-minute repair at this point. I'm guessing that I lost it because the right rear is completely stuffed. Who knows? Maybe that would have been a 6-minute repair already, or sorry, a 16-minute repair already. I don't know. Yeah, that's frustrating. There's not really much. Yeah. Slide sideways, lock up the brakes. Still sliding. Almost made it, but got on the grass and then into the wall. Damn it. And of course, because that's behind me and I'm focused forwards and I can't really see it, I don't know it's that stuffed. So I'm trying to get back on track. I'm optimistic because the front wheels look pretty good. And then I just kind of, the car's not handling. Let's find a good view. Ah! And then I put it in the wall a second time. Do even more damage. Make it impossible to even drive back to the pits. Well, that was a self-induced all the way around. Nobody to blame but me. That was awful. That was about as bad as I could have done. I think the only way it might have been worse is if I'd collected somebody else with my silliness. So at least that's the silver lining. Oh well. Let's try to not finish last. That's the goal now. Still 8 minutes of required repairs and 1:15 of optional. I've probably said it in the past, but on this car, the optional is almost always required, or at least a very wise choice. All right, so what do I do to pass the next 10 minutes? Twiddle my thumbs. We could... Who's leading? Jim's leading. Togo in second. Seb, Ove.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 22 Celsius.
You can't see the names because they're below my driver camera in the bottom left, but I'm just looking at the identification below to see who's running. Mix in there with a shout. Always always competitive. He's got no practice, I think, and literally put the rig together in the last couple of hours. So it was in storage until a few hours ago. So he's currently in 5th. Gwen retaining her good week up there in 6th. Jorge, Richard, David Rossi in 9th. Bill Tyler in 10th. Well, at the moment, if nothing else had changed, if I'd been not an idiot, I would be in 11th right now. That would be a fine result for me. Great result. As it is. Ignominious. Fucking annoying. So I think I heard John say something that indicated maybe he and Ben got together at some point. Where are they? So John's in 4th. Ben's in 8th. Okay. Wait, is that actually the... Is that the current position? Seb, Togo... Jim, Togo, Seb, Ove, Mick, Gwen, no, Jorge.
Ten more laps remaining.
Ouch, yeah, John's back in 21st. And it looks like maybe Ben is out. Well, that's a bummer. Where is he? What I want to look at... How do I look at the race? Alright, so maybe... I'm not used to looking at this view during the race. Thankfully, I don't always... too often in my view, but don't always have this time to just twiddle my thumbs during the race. Look like Ben's back in 15th right now. And John's in 18th. Is that right? Unfortunately, looks like Laos had an issue. Michael Grishinger had an issue. He's 2 laps down. Don Peaks a lap down. Arthur Sujana, I don't know. Looks like a lap down. And I think it's possible this bottom guy never turned a lap. It's possible he was a tanker just trying to tank his iRating, which is frustrating. Somebody will, if that's the case, somebody will do a little bit of research and to protest him when the race is done. Still don't understand the whole tanking philosophy, but cool. Looks like Tobias has a spotter. No way to tell if he's actually spotting or just riding along and enjoying the ride, but that's cool. As ever, could have been a fun morning. Instead, it's a really fucking frustrating morning. As you can see the remnants of the old airfield here. I think it was a military airfield in the UK. And there's a bunch of different layouts, lots of different little connector pieces and chicanes here. Let me get this out of the way. Lots of little small changes they can make to the layout to run a different configuration. This one's the historic GP. I think there's 7 or 8 different circuits configurations they have here. Three and a half
Your
minutes
class
left.
position 37 currently.
Well, I am very, very likely at this point to finish
1 minute 58 seconds repairs
DFL.
left.
It's like Mick had an issue. He's disconnected. That's too bad. Let's take a look at the cockpit of... Let's see if Jim's still leading? He is. Let's ride along with Jim for a little bit. He's fast. He doesn't come out every week and play with us. But I think he was either very high up in the season-long championship at some point, or maybe he won. I actually can't remember. But he is always fast.
Seconds repairs left.
And he doesn't crash. Most of the top guys don't crash. I have to get out of the habit of crashing. Doubly frustrating because while I
seconds repairs left.
didn't have a whole lot of time for practice this week, did okay in the race on Wednesday night, but then didn't have much time, didn't get much practice.
14 seconds repairs left.
Really struggled last night. I was all over the
9
place
seconds
last
repairs
night.
left.
Finally this morning I was able to dial
10
it in
seconds repairs left.
and turn some good laps. Practicing with qualifying fuel.
Repairs done. 1 minute 13 optional left.
Turned some respectable laps. Finally was thankful that I was back on the pace. So I was optimistic for today.
59 seconds optional left.
So this is Jim's view. Togo right behind him. Seb, Ove. I'm confused. Where am I? Am I not? Oh yeah.
29 seconds optional left.
I'm not at live. Something happened to Mick and he disconnected. Oh, he lost it coming through the start to finish straight.
14 optional left.
All right. Let's find a good spot to slot in here and see what we can do.
4 optional left.
Interesting. I actually touched the accelerator a little bit and rolled away from the pit box before I intended to.
Watch your mirrors.
I
Stay behind the white line.
think there were 4
Blue flag.
seconds of repairs left. Let's see if I have a drivable car.
Session best passed sector.
Feels okay so far. Maybe not perfectly straight, but doesn't feel dangerous yet. Maybe that right rear's still a little munged. That left corner there was a little bit sketchy, but the tires are cold, so hard to tell. Yeah, we are definitely not 100% car, but I think it's okay for some recovery laps. Recovery, wrong word. Some mitigation laps. I think there's a really good chance I don't really retain many points, but you never know till you try. Oh yeah, that's a sketchy corner.
B37.
The back's definitely not square.
New session quickest pass sector.
Sorry, Rob.
Looks like behind me I've got Michael Grissinger 5
Optimal
seconds
previous
behind,
sector.
and then the leader's 11 seconds behind right now.
That was a new green previous sector. That was a session best pass sector. That was a green sector. Session greatest previous sector. Previous sector was a session fastest. Watch out. Session quickest previous sector. Optimal past sector. Last sector was a new session greatest.
White flag, one more to go. Blue flag. Blue flag.
That was a session record sector. White this time. End of the race session. Car behind on track is you have Sedona at pit exit.
White flag, one more lap.
Nice day. Great battle, Jim.
Yeah, that was really fun, Togo. It was awesome.
B37.
That was tough.
Oh yeah, thanks all.
Well, The fun part there was that the last lap or two, I was actually racing Loust ahead of me for position. And that was the most fun I had all race.
Checkered.
Woof, that was painful.
B37, there's the checkered flag.
Woof. I think technically, well, still 37th, doesn't matter. Interesting. Now it shows Loust in 34th. Painful.
Short debrief.
Ah.
Come home with 6.08 gallons in the fuel tank. All right, Glenn. We finished in P37.
The last runner. Pretty sure car number 38 was a tanker. I am DFL. Thankfully, that doesn't happen too often, but when it does, especially in the championship hunt, it's especially painful.
Alright, I'm afraid to look at the damage, but let's do it anyway. Minus a 10th and 73 driver rating. More importantly, that's going to hurt for the championship. 11 laps down, literally the last car running. It's funny. I'm not really sure why, but on that last lap, it was showing me Loust in 36th. And I guess he must have just bumped up over these two disconnects. Well, I guess Arthur was running in those last two laps, because that last lap, the leaders were right behind us, and I didn't break off and give them the pass because Loust and I were actually duking it out for position. Nobody'd expect us to, but it looks like in that last lap or two, he went past Mick, who had disconnected, and Arthur, who was maybe in the pits or something. So we actually finished in 34th, and I stayed in 37th. All right, well, we already looked at the replay. Nothing really else interesting there. On the analysis, the only answer is don't be an idiot, drive better. All right, Dad, thanks for watching. I'll let you know what happens next time. I am hoping to have a little bit more time to practice and race next week, so the typical schedule Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday morning. Thanks a lot. Have a good Saturday. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.